What am I listening to, dude? What the fuck? Let's get us an energy drink because I am not feeling it today. No, looks like they're out. Come on, man. No, they have it. Yes, let's go. The only right option. What's going on? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. A little bit different than normal, right? All right. Welcome back to the channel. Hi, everybody. I feel like it's been a minute since we've just chatted. Really since my first video. We have another warm-ish day. It's like 62 or 63 outside. Yeah, I've got a couple layers on. I don't have my winter gear on, but it's alright. It's not bad. I had a few things I kind of wanted to talk about. I didn't really know which one to chat about. So we'll see where this conversation goes. When I first made this channel, I had kind of explained it in my first video that it's going to be like a verbal journal, right? And I feel like I haven't done any of that. I've been getting used to talking to a camera, doing this whole YouTube thing. I think this is going to be the first official video of just like a series I call Throttle Thoughts, so to speak. So it's just me on the bike talking about whatever. Some stuff that bothers me, stuff that's happened, stuff that's been on my mind. That is a beautiful house. I've never seen it. Huh. I guess it's usually covered by trees. You know what? Let's go up in there. I've never been up this road, I don't think. Ooh, that is a tight turn. I was not expecting that. Yeah, let's check out this house. Whoa, big houses. What? Oh, dude. Okay. Hello. What the? Oh, no, dude. What the? That was embarrassing. Look at all these homes I can't afford. That's pretty, but I would never live there. That's just not my style of house. Yeah, we'll call it the first official of the series, Throttle Thoughts. Maybe a bit on the nose, but it's my thoughts while I'm behind the throttle, so why not? That being said, I think I just kind of want to talk about the whole YouTube thing in general. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I guess my tone sounds like I'm not, but I really am. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of, I get to kind of finally express some creativity and stuff I feel like that was lacking from my life previously. And I had mentioned in my first video that I've wanted to do it for a really long time. But it comes to the question of, is there a right and wrong way to do it? And something I've noticed, especially on my Throttle Thoughts page, but I get suggested non-stop videos about how to grow your YouTube channel, how to do this, how to do that, how to make sure your videos aren't dead. You know, this is the biggest mistake you can do as a new YouTuber, and blah 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 blah. And it's pretty overwhelming because there's not really a right or wrong way to do any of it. It just seems like it's kind of blind luck. I mean, the Christmas video, the short, exploded. I was not expecting almost 100,000 views on that in a couple days. And I'm glad it did, and I'm glad for those of you who stuck around. I'm glad to have you here. Genuinely. But then you go and post another one, and it just flops. And it's not really an issue that the next video flopped. It's just kind of like, well, what's different about it? You know, is it I'm not talking enough? Is it that the content is enough? There's not enough other people interaction? Oh, that's a beautiful house. Oh, dude, that's so pretty. Oh my God. That's the house. Holy crap. Golly, man, I'm so poor. I'm so poor, holy crap. Oh, that's a cool view. I lost my train of thought. I apologize. We're gonna hit a UE and go back and see that view from the side we just came from. But I guess my point is, YouTube's just weird. It's weird. Let's check out this house again. Yeah, that is just absolutely stunning. Man, what I would give just to be able to take a tour of that person's home. I wouldn't even film. I wouldn't do anything. I'd just enjoy being there. Anyway, sorry. God dang, I keep getting sidetracked. It's really, really difficult, and people don't talk about this, the mentality behind it. Or some people talk about it, but not a lot of people talk about it. Is the mentality you have to be in to go out and film a good video. Like, if you are struggling with anything, if you are having any kind of bad day, it is really difficult to like put on a smile and go out and be like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, you know, blah 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 blah. Today we're gonna be, you know, stealing ice cream from little kids and getting to homeless people. Quack quack. Those trucks look so stupid. But you know what I mean? Like, it feels so disingenuous. Part of that, even today, I was struggling with, do I want to make a script? Do I want to have bullet points to like pull up on my phone that I could go over? But then I said no, because that's not, it's not what I want to do with the channel. I don't want to not be me. Like, none of y'all, I mean, I guess some of you who actually know me in person know my real name, but like, no one else on here does. So does it really matter if I'm being genuine or not? I feel like it does. Because I don't think I would be capable of giving a performance, quote unquote, of a good video if I wasn't being who I am. And so the other day I saw there's another YouTuber that posts a video, and his content has changed over the last handful of years from being like the hype, kind of clickbaity, stereotypical like biker shit, and it's kind of evolved more into him just talking on his bike and kind of calming down a little bit. And honestly, I respect it because I feel like the hype gets to a lot of people really quickly, but I respect it because a lot of people, you know, have success from one thing they do and then just do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And I don't want to do that. I want variety. I want to be able to talk about whatever. Like the last video was dirt bikes. I know a lot of you sub to me because of this thing, and I get it, because I love this thing. Obviously, I went and got one, and it's a unique bike, and not a lot of people have it. And there's like no YouTubers, I guess, unless you want to count me, that have one. You know, it's not like you've got a plethora of people with XSRs posting content about it. I still want to be able to go ride dirt bikes, and you know, I have a few other ideas planned that have really nothing to do with this bike. Still kind of bike related, or just like doing dumb things that are fun. I guess my question is to my audience, is that something you guys would want to see? Just like, are you guys cool with the platform of whatever I want to post? Or is it let me get this cone out of the road. So sketchy, so sketchy. Appreciate it. Thanks for not running me over. Some of my ideas, I won't say all of them, because some of them I think are just fun little things we can go do, but some of my ideas are more like for like the long-term content. So, and it's not something I'm thinking of to generate content, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but it would also in turn be a good content generator. So once upon a time, I had a project bike, but I was like in my early 20s, and to be honest, I was hella broke and didn't have like the resources or really even the space to have a project bike. And I'd like to do it again, and I have 3 ideas for that. One is, I've wanted a Grom for a long time. Why? Because they're hilarious. That's it. They're cheap. You can throw them around. They can go anywhere you want. Throw some knobbies on it and you go, be a hooligan somewhere. The second is a Supermoto. And that one is a bit, I feel like it's overdone. I feel like everybody and their brother has a Supermoto build on YouTube. Not that I still couldn't do it myself, right? I like Supermotos. I grew up riding dirt bikes, which I mentioned in the last video. And I think having a street dirt bike would be sick. The third one is a retro bike and building it into a cafe racer. Clearly, I have some kind of, sort of enjoyment out of retro bikes or retro style bikes. I mean, I'm riding one that's a neo retro, right? But that one's way more work. You're talking like, I'm gonna buy a welder and like learn how to fabricate and things like that. So if you guys have an opinion on one, throw it down in the comments. Let me know. Might help make my decision, because I'm kind of stuck on which one I would want to do in the first place, or which one I want to start with. I guess if I had to choose one, it'd probably be the Grom. And full transparency, it's because it's by far going to be the cheapest. Because I still work. I still have a 9-to-5 throughout the week. I happen to be on vacation these 2 days, so I'm just out chilling and enjoying the nice weather, which is a nice little change. And while working at the same time, working takes a lot of my time, but not enough of my time where I'm going to stop doing this. Like, I want to make that clear. There's no point where I'm thinking about wanting to stop posting videos, because I'm enjoying it and it's a good little outlet for me. But doing YouTube stuff requires money. So kind of going back to another topic I mentioned earlier, is being disingenuous with everybody. So recently, where I'm at in life, what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, and everybody's heard it a billion times. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a great way to ruin your time. Really hard habit to break. Not saying that I am sitting there comparing myself to anyone specific, because I'm not. And it's not like, oh, I'm not another big YouTuber. It has nothing to do with that. This is like outside of YouTube stuff. And the older I get, I think the more of a simple life I want. 8, 9 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck that. 8 or 9 years ago, I was working. I had all these dreams to do this, that, the other. Go see the world, and I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to make a lot of money, and I'm not going to have any debt, and I'm going to do it different than my parents, and I'm going to do this and that and this and that, and I'm going to have a big house like this, and I'm going to have a van to go on adventures like that, like literally, belonging out here. And the older I get, the more I realize how unforgiving life can be. And sometimes it's a bit disheartening, to be real with y'all. But we're still here, we're still hanging out, we're still trying to make it through, just like everybody else. And regardless how big this channel gets, if it even gets big, there's no point where I'm ever going to think that I am, for some reason or another, better than anybody else watching or anybody else that I'm interacting with, because I have a camera strapped to my fucking face. Is that a house? Hold up. Is that a home? Oh my God. I know this camera's not showing how big this house is. Wait, it looks like it's stuck in construction. Oh no. That's definitely weathered. So that house hasn't been worked on in a while. Uh-oh, someone made a boo-boo. Someone went bankrupt. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at other people's misery. But if for some reason I become any sort of like known name, it doesn't change the fact I'm still just a dude on his bike with a camera on my face. Wow, okay. Okay, cool. I can kind of navigate back here now, I think. My original plan was just to go into Atlanta and just ride around and see what happens, but I guess we'll just keep doing this. Well, we'll head towards Atlanta too. That house is cool. It's a bit 70s for me, but I dig it anyway. I'd still live there. I mean, it's clean. You just pressure wash the outside and repaint it every 3 years white. You know what? I respect it. The big scooters, I respect them. I respect them. Something I've noticed too is people are so weird about motorcycles in general. Like at the gas station, like I can see you when you're looking at me. This is just a PSA for anyone who rides bikes. If you ride kind of a weird bike, especially, and it's not just a, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter what you're on. It can be a damn scooter. People just like fucking mad at you for no reason. I was sitting there in the parking lot and I was drinking the rest of that Monster. And I don't know if it's because like maybe my shield is polarized so I can like see through tint and stuff like that a little bit better. But dude just like hard 90ing over his shoulder from his driver's seat looking at me in his truck. And I'm just like, bro, what? Just hardcore looking. And he gets out and he's like, hey man, I really like the bike. And which is cool. That's so awesome. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you think it's cool. It just makes me feel weird. Well, there's nothing wrong with them. But it's kind of like that old saying, it's like, yeah, if people are staring at you hardcore, it's either because you're really attractive or you're really ugly. But I'm wearing a fucking helmet, so like, what? It's neither. It's just you're on a motorcycle. But even my brother, he's on the R6, and in his, like, granted, it's an R6, so it's in the hype bike category, but it's also orange, and there's like no orange ones anywhere. But we just get stared at constantly, including cops, which, granted, there's obvious reasons for that. But no, I love it when people come up and talk. And I think there's something about motorcycles too that make people more willing to come up and chat. I think it's because like they assume that we're on a bike and we're exposed out and about. Everyone can see us all the time, so therefore we're extroverted, I think. It's either that or some kind of psychological reason where people feel the need to be included and want to come and let you know that they also like bikes, or they also want to let you know that it's cool. I don't know. It's no different than like a car group. Car guys are bad about it too. There's this like weird underlying need to let another person in that hobby know that you also are in that hobby. Another example of this is one time we were riding up to, I think this is on our way to Gatlinburg, when we did that little trip. We're riding on the road, like, we're not paying attention to the other cars, like, and what they're doing inside their cars. Like, we might glance, but, like, we're trying to just ride. And some dude pulls up next to us, wants to race, throws down his window and holds up his helmet. And I get it, like, it's cool. Like, I'd probably do the same thing, but it's just like, why do we have the need to do that? Because I'm guilty of it too. It's like, yo, bro, I got you while holding up a helmet. Like, it just isn't, it doesn't, I don't know, it's funny. It's just something funny to me. The funny thing is, too, about the motorcycles, what I was saying a minute ago, I just thought about something. People, I think, feel like us who ride motorcycles are inherently extroverted because we're so exposed and everyone can see exactly what I'm doing. Like, there's like 100 people around me right now, give or take a little bit. They can see exactly what I'm doing. I am so all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. Of course, when I changed the batteries, I just had a really cool interaction with an older man. I think he was with his caretaker. He came up and said how much he liked the bike. And she said he used to ride and he used to be an athlete. He was really nice. Like I said, the bike gets a lot of attention. Ton of attention. Which, I'm cool with it. I don't mind. I like talking to people. Again, so I got distracted. Surprise, surprise. See, this is why I think a script might be helpful. Because clearly, I can't keep my brain straight long enough to have a conversation with myself. Hence, most of my problem with overthinking, I think. What I was saying about people being extroverted on bikes and people assuming that we all are, I think most of the people I know that do ride motorcycles are not extroverted. We're all kind of weird, nerdy introverts that really... Yamaha things. We're all weird, introverted nerds. All the people I ride with? Nah, just nerds. Like, I've met doctors and surgeons and shit that ride. A lot of doctors ride. Which you would think be the opposite. Because they see people hurt and stuff all the time. Nope. They like to ride. Hey, how's it going? This is my type of interaction. Right here. With no one in the car. That's so weird, man. I think a lot of the pressure from the YouTube thing comes from not knowing how to explain it to people. Like, that I quote unquote do YouTube. And I'm not even full time. It's not like I don't do anything but YouTube. But explaining that I post in general to people, they're like, oh, what? Even people around my age or younger, they're just like, what do you mean? Maybe I don't come across as someone that would do it. Maybe that's the problem. All right, let's pick a topic and stick to it, shall we? Sometimes I really don't know what I'm doing in my life. For all intents and purposes, I'm successful. I'm doing what I've always done what I'm supposed to do. Always. I got good grades. I was straight edge. And, growing up and everything, I went to college, I got the degree, I got the job, I got the paycheck, and blah, 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 and something's missing. So, another little nugget of information about me, I have an architecture degree, hence all my oohs and ahs at all the apartments and houses and stuff. Your boy nerds out on that. It's one of the many, many, many things I nerd out on. I got that dirt bike mindset again. Damn, putting my damn foot down. Okay, that's a little dangerous. Because I can't see shit. Jackson Street Bridge, baby. Ta-da! The city has its ups and downs, but it is home. That's for sure. About to treat this like California, baby, because that's where we're at. It's all generated by AI, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we ain't waiting in this shit. No, we are not. Alright, guys. That's that for this one. That's that. Y'all let me know if what kind of content in terms of those rebuilds you guys want to see. If you're cool with me just doing whatever, I don't know, just want to hear some of y'all's opinions, because I'm overthinking it a little bit, I think. But yeah, those are here around. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and as always, you know, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.